Brandi Passante has always been known for her sharp comebacks and fearless bidding on storage wars. Fans loved her bold personality and smart instincts when it came to turning forgotten storage units into serious profit. But while most people followed her on-screen career, very few ever got a real look at her personal life, especially her home. And when they did, the reaction was total shock. For someone who's been in the spotlight for years, many expected her house to reflect the kind of success she's had. Instead, what they saw was something completely unexpected and, honestly, hard to believe. You'd think Brandi would be living in a sleek, modern mansion with luxurious furniture and polished interiors. But nope. What fans saw was more like a wild mix of mismatched colors, outdated styles, and design choices that just don't make sense. Some rooms feel stuck in another decade, while others look like a thrift store exploded in them. People were stunned, not just because it looked messy or old-fashioned, but because it seemed so far from the image most celebrities try to show the world. Her kitchen, for example, became a hot topic. It looks like it was built from leftover pieces found on sale. Then there's the living room, filled with furniture that seems totally random. And the bedrooms? They don't even look like they belong in the same house. It's the kind of place that leaves you wondering, what was she thinking? Of course, Brandi isn't just another reality star. Longtime fans know that she's never followed trends or tried to impress anyone. She started her rise to fame with Jarrod, her former partner in both business and life. Together, they made a name for themselves on storage wars with their fiery chemistry and business smarts. But things changed over time. Their relationship ended, and Brandi had to find her own way, not just in business, but in life. With that independence came the chance to create a space that was totally hers. And clearly she did just that. Whether you love it or hate it, her house is a bold statement. It's not trying to be trendy, glamorous, or Instagram perfect. In fact, it's almost the opposite. Some fans call it an eyesore, while others see it as a fun reflection of her quirky personality. And honestly, that's what makes it so interesting. Brandi has always had a sarcastic sense of humor and a strong, no-nonsense attitude. So, in a way, her home makes total sense. It's unpredictable, just like her. She doesn't care about fancy brands or what's in style. She cares about comfort and creating a space that feels real to her, no matter what others think. Still, some of the choices inside her house have left fans completely baffled. There are walls covered in strange decorations that look like they were picked up at a garage sale, furniture that doesn't match, and colors that clash in every direction. It's not just a little different, it's truly one of a kind. And that's exactly what has sparked so much debate online. People can't stop talking about it. Is this her way of rejecting Hollywood's obsession with looking perfect? Or is it simply a case of really questionable taste? That question has become a huge part of the conversation. What's really surprising is how Brandi handles all the attention. She doesn't try to defend herself. She doesn't get upset when people criticize her style. Instead, she shrugs it off and continues doing her own thing. In a world full of people trying to fit into the same mold, Brandi is completely unbothered. And honestly, that's rare. Most celebrities work so hard to make everything they own look perfect. But Brandi? She's living in a space that feels personal and real, not curated for social media likes. And maybe that's why her home is so shocking. Not because it's ugly, but because it breaks all the rules we've come to expect from someone in her position. She could have spent a fortune making everything look high-end. She could have hired a designer and filled the house with trendy, overpriced decor. But she didn't. She went with what she liked, even if no one else understands it. That kind of confidence is unusual and honestly a little refreshing. So, while people continue to argue over whether Brandi's house is unique or just plain awful, one thing is clear, she's not changing it for anyone. It might not be the dream home most fans imagined, but it's hers. And in a world where everyone's trying to impress each other, maybe that's what makes her stand out the most. She's not pretending to be perfect. She's just being herself, for better or worse. What do you think? Is Brandi's home a bold expression of her individuality, or did she totally miss the mark? Either way, you can't ignore it. Her house has definitely become one of the most unexpected things about her. And whether it leaves you shocked or impressed, it proves one thing: Brandi Passante isn't afraid to stand out. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more, and tell us in the comments what you think about Brandi's wild home style.